Welcome to Literature with Rachna. We had done class 5, page number 1 and 2 of the lesson A Rare Species of Uncle. Today we will study page number 3 and 4. So let me begin with the page number 3. He could see what no one else saw, hear what no one else heard. He could walk more miles than other much younger than he. Even when he was old, he would ride a camel or pony, walk for hours in the hot sun and climb up a shaky ladder to peer into a bird's nest. Okay, just to see birds. These are the qualities told, or just to see the birds. What he was able to do, he was able to see what no one can else. He was able to hear that no one can else heard. He could walk more miles than younger, and also he could ride a camel or pony, walk for hours in the hot sun, and also climb a shaky ladder. So these are the qualities given for his passion, watching birds. Let me move on to next paragraph. As children, my sister and I often went to stay with our Nani and Nana. Our bedroom, the guest room, used to be directly above Salim Mamu's apartment. This is the direction, this is the place mentioned that where their room was. Their room was just directly above Salim Mamu's apartment. Let me move on to next. During our stays, we always hoped that Salim Mamu would be away in some jungle or mountain or desert, and he often was. Why they are hoping like Salim Mamu should not be there at home? Because we love to play hide and seek with our cousins when they were going to Nani Nanu's house, and Salim Mamu did not like noise when he was working. He was working there and children were playing, making noise that he did not like, and that's why they were hoping that Salim Mamu should not be there. He should be in some jungle or mountain. But what is the fun of hide and seek if you cannot yell and shriek? Without shouting, yell and shriek is the sounds described here with the yell and shriek. Yell, shout, and shriek means screaming. So that author is telling that what is the fun if we cannot shout and we cannot shriek while hide and seek is going on. When he came up the steps to shout, "Keep quiet," we would all dive. What they would do when he was coming and coming with a shout like "keep quiet," they were diving under the beds in frightened with the scared. They were diving under the beds. Diving means jump in certain direction. However, our nervous giggles would soon give us away. They were caught. Why? Because of their nervous giggles. They were laughing silently, and that's the reason. Giggle means laughing silently. Slowly they were laughing, and that only give us away. That only the way he was able to catch the children. Let me move on to the next paragraph. But we, on the other hand, had to put up with the noise of typewriter at 5 in the morning. Clack, clack, clack. There was no silent computer then, and he typed most of his books himself. They were also disturbed when they were in Nani Nanu house. They were also feeling disturbance. Why? Because of Salim's typewriter. He used to write his stories 5 in the morning, and then the sound is mentioned here. And those days computers were not there, only typewriters were there, and they were used to produce lots of sound. So he typed most of his books himself. When I see his books of Indian birds, I still grumble to myself. Complaining. I still grumble mean it's given complain about something or someone. Okay, so I still grumble to myself, complaining to myself. It really robbed us of our sleep. It was too lengthy, and he used to write so many hours. So let me move on to the next paragraph. Luckily for us noisy children, Salim Mamu loved young people. He certainly used to scold us, but the next minute he would catch our necks with his walking stick and make a funny face. This is the attitude actually. He was having very short temper, like just shouting at them and again calling them, loving them. There was always a laughter when he was around, and his was the loudest and most croaky. The laughter was very noise, the loudest and croaky. Croaky means rough sound. Let me move on to the last paragraph. Once my cousin and I decided to bake a cake for him on his birthday. It came out looking like a small rocky hill. Okay, they were very small. Children were very small, so they tried to bake a cake for Mamu. And how it was? It was a small rocky hill. It looks like small rocky hills. However, we carried it proudly to the table, and the 62 years old birthday boy was asked to cut it. Okay, after a short struggle, the cake was so hard. It was very hard. That's why it is written that after a short struggle, the cake fell on the floor with a thud, with a full sound. It fell on the floor. Salim Mamu sprang back and peered at the cake. He looked at the cake. Strange, he said. He exclaimed, strange, it did not break. Lucky it didn't fall on my foot. He was laughing, making fun of that. Thank God that it did not fall on my foot. Otherwise, his foot can be injured. Let me move on to the paragraph, next paragraph. Wherever he was, Salim Mamu always had a small army of followers. So many, let's see, what is that? He was having small army with him always wherever he was moving. Many of them children. Okay, the army that is described here, small army, is of children interested in wildlife. Those who were interested in wildlife, they were always with him, with Salim Mamu. Because of him, many people in our family also became interested in natural history and conservation. I told you about this before. Natural history, the study of plants, animals, rock, and so on. And conservation is protection of the nature environment. So many people in author family also become interested in natural history and conservation. I have many memories of Salim Mamu. Binoculars round his neck, surrounded by little bird watchers. Little bird watchers means children, those who were interested in bird watching. Mouths open, the children, those who are looking up, opening mouth, staring into space. They were watching up and opening their mouth. Let me move on to the last paragraph of this chapter. But most of all, I remember what? The joy on his face when he was looking at a bird. Whenever he was looking at a bird, he was very happy. It did not have to be a rare or colorful one. It doesn't mean that he is watching a special one and he is giving a face a good smile. Even a bee eater, means even a small bird also, like usually green or chestnut colored with a long beak and that eats insects. Even though if he is watching these kind of birds, like Drongo brought a special light to his wrinkled, sunburned face, means growing old. He was very old, so it is mentioned here that even if he is watching a very small bird also, his face was smiled. His face we can see smiling watching such birds. Why? Because bird watching was his life. So children, this was the story of a rare species of uncle that is adapted from, this is very important, adapted from Salim Ali for Schools by Jay Whittaker. So this was your story. Hope you understood it. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.